Good afternoon. Today we're going to be having a plant inquiry. Does anyone remember what the word inquiry means? An inquiry is when we have a question and we do research and collect data to find out more information about that question. Let's start, my second grade scientists. First, we need to know the parts of a plant in order to begin our inquiry. Do we think that each part of the plant has a job? First, let's look at the parts of the plant. On the picture, you'll see that we have a flower, a stem, a leaf, and some roots. So what might those jobs be for each part of the plant? Turn to your elbow partner and list one part of the plant and one job you think that part might have. It's true, each part of the plant does have a job. There are three main parts of the plant. They're the roots, the leaves, and the stem. They all have a set of jobs to do to keep the plant healthy. The roots that you see here at the bottom of the plant absorb water and minerals from the soil and hold the plant in the ground. The stem, which is this long part of the plant, it supports the plant above ground and it carries the water and the minerals to the leaves. We can see these two green leaves right here on the plant. They take in sunlight, air, water, and nutrients to make food for the plant. So what is it that a plant needs? Let's discuss. Do we think that a plant's needs are the same as the needs you and I have? What might be different about a plant's needs compared to the needs that we have? Raise your hand if you think you know something we might need in common. One thing that we need in common is air to survive and also water. What about sunlight? Do you think that we both need sunlight to survive? I think so. So how can we, as scientists, find out what a plant needs to survive? Anybody have any ideas? You guys, it's experiment time. That's the best part of being a scientist. So before we begin our experiment, what are Mrs. Kelgy's expectations? All of my students need to listen to the directions. My students will need to take turns and wait patiently. I know how exciting experiments can be, but we need to be kind and we need to be patient. Students will take responsibility for their plants. We're going to be growing a live plant, and so we need to be careful with them, and we need to be safe with them, and we need to do our job to take care of them. Students will look at the job list in the morning to see their daily plant job. This job list will change every day and everyone will get a turn at each job. And students will fill out their observation journals each day. When we're finished with the lesson today, you will get your observation journal and you'll get to put your first entry in. What supplies will we need for this cool experiment? We're going to need a watering can, paper cups, seeds, and potting mix. Does anyone know what potting mix is? What's another name you might call that? It's soil. It's the dirt that our plant's going to grow in. So what is it that we're testing? What is our plant inquiry? We're going to find out, what does a plant need to survive? We're going to do a couple different things in our experiment. We're going to find out, can it survive without soil, without sun, and without water? So now it's time for the real fun. I need you to remember my expectations and be the best scientist that you can be. When I say 3, we're going to stand up from the carpet and we're going to go over to our experiment table and begin planting our plants, our seeds that will grow into our plants and tell us if a plant needs water or sun to grow. On my 3, 1, 2, 3. Great job, students.